Hi, and welcome along to the best of enemies.
My ball's black. Hey, stop. I'm going to jump up.
Hey, you're looking trim though. What have you been in the gym
you haven't.
now?
You've been running from the show.
I'm past caring if Tottenham even win now. I mean, Expressions FC.
Don Robbie is here in Saudi Arabia.
Man. Yeah, here we
Come
go.
to take over. What about your team?
It's not about Man United right now.
When was the last time you even won a game?
Saudi Arabia versus Oman.
I'm at Saudi Arabia, man. They ain't gonna let me down. What an exciting game.
You were up.
That was offside. That was offside.
We are here today for the burial of Arsenal's Premier League dreams.
Let's start again. Hi, and welcome along to the best of enemies. How you doing, Rob?
How are you, bro?
Well, none of you two can talk to me because at least we challenge for the league. Al Riyadh, they're taking on Al Nassr today. Big game. One of the biggest games of the season.
Yalla, yalla, yalla. Riyadh will say ole, ole. You will never even win the Champions League because we see things you will never see, Robbie.
Do you know how shameless you are, bro? You're supposed to be winning the league, but you're doing a hate-along, bro.
I've been chased by a tractor. You've brought in opera singers. When you say Tottenham, you put respect on us, blood, yeah?
Depart the room for about the next 5 minutes or so.
How?
Because we're going to talk about the Champions League.
Emotional.
Who would have thought a Tottenham fan, a Manchester United fan, and an Arsenal fan would get along? Well, sometimes.
Let's go.
What do you do with yours? I do unlimited football content.
Well, I do unlimited bragging.
Well, I do unlimited swiping right.
Well, I do unlimited doom scrolling.
Well, I do unlimited sliding into the DMs.
Well, I do watching TikTok on the bus without headphones unlimited.
Oh, God.
Yes, people, welcome back to DR Sports. And as you've seen just there, we're sponsored by Rocket Mobile. For £16 a month, you can get unlimited calls, data, text for just £16 a month. As I said about 4 seconds ago, it's the mobile phone plan for football fans in the UK. And if you sign up using the link below or scan the QR code on the bottom right-hand side of your screen, you can see all the content, perks, and other exclusive prizes that you get as soon as you make that switch. So make sure, as I said, scan the QR code on the bottom right-hand side, or if you're watching on YouTube, click the link in the description or in the live chat to learn more about the fantastic deal. But the great news is that it's Friday. It's Friday and the Premier League is back after what I consider to be an international break because the FA Cup happened and I've had no action in the football world for about 13 days.
In footballing terms.
In football terms, about 13 days. And we have star-studded lineup to talk about the weekend's fixtures. On my right-hand side, it's Kenya.
What's up?
How you doing?
We're back. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just happy to see. It's still another 3 days till
I was going to say it's longer for you because you're on Monday.
It's probably weekends back. I have still to wait till Monday evening. And on my left, we've got Josh. He's here and he's ready. We've got Arsenal fans on the panel, and due to that, we've also got a cutout of X behind the camera, by the way, which we've positioned to be staring.
Look here, these lot are
getting
disgraceful.
shot down,
Every
bruv.
time I'm in here, 3 times in a row, I'm surrounded by Tottenham everywhere. Yeah, there's Tottenham flags, Tottenham this. It's a bit less than last week. Last week there was all Tottenham here, Tottenham here. When I'm staring in this direction, it's just Spurs fam, and Expression's looking at me like this.
It's a cutout. I can't. I know you guys can't see it on camera. It's a cutout that for the last 3 months has been scaring me whenever I walk into the office. It's like a jump scare. It's like you walk into the studio just here, and you see out the corner of your eye just this man. It's terrifying. But I felt there's only one place to start for this weekend, I think, and it is the North London derby. Like, it's a hilarious game, and everything about this game, right?
Wait, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Because of just everything that's surrounding this game. Spurs new manager, Arsenal suddenly this game is a lot more serious than you would want it to be.
We know you guys don't get it. It's called a proper rivalry where 2 teams hate each other. They're obviously a lot of Man United fans don't get that because they're always twerking. They're always twerking for Man City. You would never. What do you mean?
Excuse me.
Whoa.
This guy, he's everywhere.
Wait, come back.
You're an absolute disgrace. You're a cheat. I hope Tottenham get relegated.
Fam, that's what's gonna happen on the weekend, bruv. Gonna get dealt with. We must win. There's no excuse. As I said, this is a proper rivalry, proper hatred. None of this, we're not doing a KG thing. Oh yeah, I want Man City to win the league because I don't know any Man City fans. Are you crazy? Get out my face, fam. There's never a universe that an Arsenal fan would want a Spurs fan to win or even draw. Are you crazy? Get out of my face. You guys know what this means. You go out there, you die on the pitch, you put everything, blood, sweat and tears. You take a man out, simple as that. It's do or die. Not even joking. Not even joking. So this is a proper rivalry, proper hatred, proper. You see, Abby, expressions, Fuad, none of them can chat to me this weekend. I don't want to see them. They make me sick. Written off already, fam. It's locked in. We need to go there, win. Simple as that. As we've been doing for the last couple of years. Dusting them down. Simple. I want to see a win. Clean sheet. I want to see goals. Simple.
Yeah, look, because it's one of those games as well where, you know, you can talk about stats, you can talk about, you know, recent form.
All that goes out the window.
Yeah, because Spurs
All that goes out the
are
window.
the only Premier League side, they are the only Premier League side without a win in the league this year, 2026.
Seriously.
They are out of the 20 teams in the Premier League, 19 teams.
What did I say about last week? When I said
Get
this
that
is the
belt out.
worst team in the league. Yeah, relegated
on
teams
form
don't
it
count.
is.
Yeah, I said in the last 2 years, yeah, if you look at all the teams from the last 2 years, they've got the worst points tally of every team.
Yeah, they do.
They're literally the worst team in the league. And obviously you can dash out the man that got relegated last year. They're literally rubbish. Yeah. And after that performance against Wolves, I do not need you lot turning up and doing that
Don't
same
make me mad.
foolishness again. Do you know how hard it is? I'm doing the Davina McCall. Please do not swear. Yeah. Because Tottenham, it just brings the rage.
It brings the rage.
It brings
out.
the rage. And anyhow, if these man lose, if you even draw, yeah.
Don't come back. Don't come back.
I'll even be angry if we play rubbish and win. That's how mad I'll be.
If you don't win, don't come back. If you don't win, don't come back. I'd even puncture all the tyres on that coach. They can walk down Seven Sisters Road themselves amongst them Tottenham fans. If you do not win, don't come back to the Emirates. Simple as that. You know what it means. It means so much more than just 3 points. It's you saying, as always, you're our little bro. There's levels to this. You cannot chat to us as they cannot. Simple as that. So you know what you must do. Go there, win, go and show why we're top of the league and why Spurs are irrelevant to us and why they're going to get relegated. Go and win there and also restore the faith in the fans that that essentially is gone. Because the last, 6 games have been dreadful. We've won twice in that time. And even those wins are questionable, really. Against Sunderland, yeah, we won 3-0, but that doesn't really paint the whole picture of how we played in that game. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just like, this is a perfect opportunity now. The pressure's on you. You must win. There's so much more in it than 3 points. It's about pride as well. If you don't win that, nah, get out of my face.
You know what?
Just,
the most important thing you said out of that, Kenya, was to win back the trust of the fans.
Exactly.
Because even before Wolves, people were getting that dwindling feeling. Like, I remember having conversations with people. I was like, yeah, we're not losing. I think we even spoke about this. We're not losing, but we're winning the points. But there's only so long you can go on with, okay, we've got a draw, but not a loss. What are you going to do? Draw all the way to the end of the season?
Exactly.
That means nothing, yeah?
That's also really historically Arsenal the last 4 or 5 years. It's like some of the games you don't even lose them, but you'll draw 3 on the bounce, which is the same as losing 2 anyway.
And that was the difference that we had to make from last season, was that we drew too many games. And that was the whole reason we need a striker, was to get those extra goals in those games where we couldn't do that. And now, in some of those games, we're still going, oh, what? And even then, sometimes it's not. Like Wolves, we were 2-0 ahead, so it wasn't about scoring a goal. Do you know what I'm saying?
It was about game management.
Game management. And the thing is, when we drew with Sunderland, I was like, well, let's not let that mistake happen again. But basically, Sunderland, Villa and Wolves were all the same thing. Kick the ball up there in the box somewhere in the 90th minute, and it will go in. Do you know what I'm saying? And, that mistake, I was fuming.
Imagine how I felt, mate. I was there in the snow. Whilst it was chucking it down with snow, it was absolutely freezing. And you see that in the dire moments. It's like I've travelled all the way up to Wolverhampton. It felt like going to the Arctic Circle, bruv. Travelled all the way up to Wolverhampton. Took us flipping hours to get there. And you guys don't even win. It was actually a slap in the face. Like, this is literally the worst team in the league. And you're telling me you couldn't even win. We weren't even playing well. And you guys were 2-0 up. They should have just looked at it and been like, yeah, let's just lock in. Let's be serious now. We kind of messed around for the first 50-odd minutes. Let's go and be serious about winning the game. No, we didn't show that once throughout the whole game. So this game against Spurs, there's more pressure on it now because it's our local rivals. But as Josh said, they're probably, in terms of form, the worst in the league. They've not won. Josh saying they've not won at all. Or was it you? Not won at all this year. If you're telling me you're going to give that team a point or even 3,
It's
you
drawn
do not
4, lost 4.
exactly. You don't. Then you wouldn't deserve to win the league. When Man City were 2-0 up against Spurs and drew 2-2, we were all sat here saying they don't deserve to win the league. They can't go on and win the league like that. If they're going to give it to a Spurs team, especially in terms
And now
of
you're going to the
how
same
Spurs,
place.
yeah, especially based on how Spurs played against Man City, especially in that first half, they were awful. Like it was.
How many
it
players
was men
have
versus
Spurs got
children.
missing?
Exactly.
There's no
Almost the
excuse. Their
whole team is
captain's
gone.
not
I think
playing.
it's 11 or 12 players they have
almost the
missing.
whole team. So
It's a
we know
starting
what
11.
we must do.
Well,
We know
not
what
their
we must
starting, as in like you can make a starting 11
Exactly.
out of players that they don't have.
We know what we must do. It's no excuses. Go there, put it all out there, and win. Simple.
Yeah, these man. I don't know what it is. Yeah, because I already said I hate Februaries. Yeah, I was already like I don't like November. We got past the death of November.
Yeah, for
We
real.
got past December. and I went,
15 players in the chat, Ryan says they've got out. 15.
Good. So can we?
That's
play
starting
like they got 15
11
players out?
and 4 off the bench.
Yeah.
That's a whole
We
game.
must. We must.
That is an entire game
We
worth
must.
of players
Need to
that don't
embarrass him.
have.
This is if we go and smash these lot. Yeah, that's it. Well, I'm not saying that's it. Oh, we're gonna win it, but that's the kind of push that you need.
Yeah,
Get the fans reignited. Get the players reignited. Get everyone back behind the team. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's interesting you say that because Kim said the same thing about Man City's win over Liverpool the other week.
Yeah.
Where he said that was the game where he
It's
feels
literally
the
like that.
huge turning point.
Yeah.
With this one as well, if you can beat Spurs. But to a certain extent, the way, like, so I listened to the two of you talk about this Spurs game. It's not to diminish the rivalry at all, but it's almost like just the objective goals of needing 3 points for the both teams. To some extent overshadows the fact that it's a local derby. Obviously, it's Spurs, Arsenal, two teams who just avidly hate each other. But at the same time, Spurs are going to be looking at this being like, look, we need 3 points from wherever. We just want 3
No,
points
but
this game. Beating Arsenal's great, but the
I
3
think
points
if you
is so much more
If you
important.
listen to Spurs fans, right? I mean, Big Ange basically said it already. It was weird. You hear Spurs fans all week. I've been hearing, yeah, I just want to take points off you. Not, oh, we need to win. Do you know what I mean? As Arsenal fans, we're sat here saying we need to win because we've got a bigger objective, which is trying to win the league, right? At the end of the day, yes, it's a big rivalry, but I want to win because it's my team. I need 3 points because we got a bigger objective. We want to go and win the league and make history. They're sat here, Expressions and Abby, oh yeah, we're going to take points off you. Not once do they talk about, oh, we need the 3 points because we're in a relegation scrap and we genuinely are in a lot of issues and troubles. Because reality is, if West Ham win, West Ham are what? How many points behind? 3 points, 2 points behind them?
I think it's
5 points at the moment. So they'd be 2. So if they don't, exactly. So if they don't pick up anything, you've now got the team that's just in that relegation spot. Just a couple of points behind you. So for Arsenal fans, we know what our objective is, and we've been saying this every year. When we went to them last year and we were missing Declan Rice and we were missing Odegaard and we had to play that disgusting midfield of Partey, Jorginho and Marino, but we still went there and won. We weren't there saying, oh yeah, we're missing Saka, we're missing Odegaard, we're missing Declan Rice. Do you know what I mean? No, we still went there and won. We knew what our objective is. Whereas Spurs fans, they have this thing of, oh well, as long as we take points off you, blah, blah, because that's what they are. Why do you think Big Ange was there coming out
They're always watching
saying,
us. That's their problem. Even Thomas Frank. Oh, look what Arsenal doing. Look what Arsenal. That's Tottenham's problem.
That's
They're
their issue.
always looking at
They're
us
not
instead of
focused on
concentrating on
themselves.
themselves.
It got Thomas Frank sacked,
Exactly.
apparently, because half the thing was they got so annoyed that he just kept talking about Arsenal all the time.
Even listen to Better Enemies
Which is
yesterday,
mad, by the way.
saying my objectives was to get Frank out and take points off you. What does that say? That shows a fan base that doesn't necessarily even really care
Well, their
about
season
winning.
is so
They
over.
just care about doing Arsenal dirty rather than them trying to get themselves out of a relegation place. Whereas I actually care about my team.
If the
trying to
roles
win the
if the
league.
roles were reversed, if the roles
Exactly.
were reversed, would you do the same thing?
No, I'd want my team to win. I'd be sat here thinking, raw.
Yeah, so I'm saying if we was in relegation,
if Spurs were 5 points clear at top of the league
Yeah.
and you were 5 points off relegation,
I'd want us to win because we could get relegated. Not because, they're literally saying, I'll take a draw because it means we take points off you.
And stop you from winning the league.
Exactly, and try stop you winning from league. Rather than thinking, right, we're actually in serious danger. Of course, beating your rivals is important, but if we get 3 points, we're further away from those relegation spots. There's a big difference in mentality between the two fan bases. Absolutely.
oh yeah, well I think that's shown historically. especially in the
It's
last,
shown
like, 5, 6
throughout.
years.
It's
Well,
shown
like,
throughout.
It's even 6-7 years ago. Spurs under Pochettino trying to go for the league title,
Yeah.
Champions League final and stuff. Now look where they are.
Why
It's
do you think
crazy.
Big Ange
They
was
have-
there
have you
saying
seen-
it?
Have you seen that? It's not named which sponsor it is.
Yeah,
but
the
like a big
sponsors wanna
sponsor's
pull
pulling
out.
out end of this season, and apparently people at Spurs are scared that it's going to create a domino
Yeah.
effect. But we do have 9.
Hold that.
We do have 9 other games to cover as well. But Gunner450, big up to Super Chat. Thank you very much. Says Arsenal hopefully beat Spurs on Sunday. I hope that Arsenal can turn it around. So,
Agreed.
in light of this, score predictions. You guys in the chat, us on the panel here as well. Score predictions for the game.
I'm going to go with my classic 3-1. Believe.
You see,
I love when Josh says that.
Part of me...
Got to keep it alive.
Part is because you spent so long watching Marcus Rashford, didn't it?
No.
All that time covering United, you reflects.
Get out of my face, fam.
If it was
Saka
me,
showed them levels of
I kept that
celebration.
alive. When Robbie done that walk around Man City, believe. I kept that thing alive. I've kept
Josh
believe alive.
stays saying that, fam. He says that every week.
Between that and you're an absolute disgrace.
You're an absolute disgrace.
Those two lines, I've kept them alive forever.
Yeah, he actually does. Can't lie.
Well, one of the ones that I've been using so much recently is you got to remember it's been raining. Because there's been so much rain.
Yeah,
I've been using it religiously every single day. Big
Yeah.
up. By the way, Best of Enemies, him on Best of Enemies yesterday just saying, Ty, so funny.
Big up.
Because he just subbed in for KG.
my
KG
bro.
was like, right, I'm out of here, like halfway the episode. And Ty comes in, just stands there, and X just goes at him for like 10 minutes.
Big up, Ty.
Like, if you haven't watched the Best of Enemies episode yet, do go and watch it. But anyway, Kenya's score prediction.
I said it with Uncle Ray, so I'm going to say 2-0. We just need to have a big performance. We need to be controlled. We need to just show them levels. Simple as that.
Part of me feels like it's going to end up being like a 2-2.
We rebuke that.
I can see a Desmond.
We rebuke
I can
that.
really see a Desmond.
We rebuke them.
I think look, Arsenal, I'd say my head is saying like 3-1 Arsenal, but there's just a part of me that
If Thomas
thinks
Frank
it's
was
gonna
still
be
here,
some 2-2.
you know what time it would be already.
No, bro, I would have said
if
4-5.
Thomas Frank was here, do you
What
think
were
I'd be
saying the other
Frank?
week? You were like 12-0.
That's why
12-0.
That's why I said to Abby,
Yeah.
I said, anyhow you man, this is before Thomas Frank was like, I said, keep that brother into the Northland derby. We'll show you. That aggregate score would be disgusting.
Yeah.
Disgusting. We
But
can
he's not. But he's
play
not.
Max Dalman in that.
It's look.
We will be
Tudor.
there.
What was it? Tudor is to do.
Yeah.
What was
To do,
What's
to,
Fuad
to
saying?
do is to do or something like that.
To do is Tudor or something. Yeah, something like that. Look.
Bro, you're just writing this badly for yourself. Like.
No, but this is what they do.
This is what Fuad said.
That's what Fuad said.
This
This
is
is
what
their
Fuad said the
problem.
other day.
They're there saying choo-choo blood, Thomas the tank engine and that. What's
Thomas
that?
the Frank
Derailed.
They've gone from
Come to the
choo-choo to
Emirates
choo-choo.
derailed,
Yeah.
bro.
Crazy.
Choo-choo to 2-2. Choo-choo.
That's what I'm saying. They're there coming up with names and that. It's about winning.
But the other big game. So obviously we got. So someone says 5-0 Arsenal in the chat, and then
By the
a couple
grace of
people.
God.
Elijah's back. Big up Elijah. He's saying 2-1 Arsenal.
By the grace of, that's why I said another thing, right? That's why I said to Matisse. Matisse is there talking about Arsenal. I said, Matisse, you don't understand what us as London clubs could do to Spurs this season. If we beat Spurs, right?
All like 15 London clubs.
Exactly.
In the league.
I was like, if we beat Spurs, I'm pretty sure Spurs have to play Fulham or something. If Fulham beat them, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's long.
And then Chelsea have to play them like 3 weeks towards the end. You beat them as well. We could be sat here saying a big evil is gone out of London.
Relegated.
God, that's why I said to Matisse,
Hey,
you need to be
if they get
supporting
relegated-
Arsenal because this is a London thing.
If they get relegated,
We can get this
if they
team
get
out of the
relegated-
start
Prem.
DR Championship with Abby.
Championship.
Oh, yeah.
I want to go on a bus tour, mate. I want to go Seven Sisters,
Abby,
open top bus.
Where's the goal
bus.
gone to?
Yeah.
It's gone to Preston.
Where are ya? Where are ya?
It's gone to Preston.
Got the Abby in the studio. What's going on?
I don't
Just
know any
tears.
Preston players.
Be
It's
crazy.
gone to Stoke
But
City.
the other game, obviously, that will have a big impact, I think, or in relation to this game, is the game at the Etihad. Wait, is it at the Etihad? Yeah,
it's at the Etihad.
Man City against Newcastle. Now, Man City they obviously played in the FA Cup. They played Salford. And then Newcastle have had to go away to Azerbaijan.
Yeah, to Karabakh.
right. So it's not just like you've gone away to France or something. They've gone away to Azerbaijan, won 6-1.
Yeah.
Anthony
It's
Gordon.
actually mad that they're playing on
Anthony
Saturday.
Gordon's 10 Champions League goals this season,
Yeah.
which is the same as
Although-
Eden Hazard's career tally in the
Hold
Champions
that.
League, by the way. Crazy.
Fake legend.
But aside from that, obviously, this is the other game that is just so big in the
Yeah.
title race because they play before you on the Saturday. So they play tomorrow night, 8 p.m. kickoff.
Is it 8?
8 p.m. because there's no 12:30 kickoff
Oh, okay,
this
yeah,
weekend.
yeah.
It's 8 p.m. kickoff for some reason. But Newcastle going away, they're on a decent run of form at the moment. Newcastle, they have seemed to got their act together a little bit after a
after
tough
getting
time for
the
Eddie
past
Howe,
2
big
weeks.
time, yeah.
By
They-
Man
yeah.
City and Liverpool.
But it's a big game because City could be 2 points behind you by the time you go to the Spurs Stadium.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a big game.
Yeah. I think Newcastle in the last 2 games have kind of turned it around, had a better run of games, but the reality is this isn't a really good Newcastle team. They've not been good at all this season, if we're being honest. There've been games where I think they actually beat City at St James's Park though, but I don't actually have any faith that Newcastle are going to beat Man City, if I'm being honest. I think the fact that they've had to play Karabakh away, they've had to travel all the way to Azerbaijan, do you know what I mean? Man City are just sat at home, chilling, well rested. I don't really have much faith in that Newcastle team, and I just think, Man City's already dealt with them twice in the Carabao Cup. Like they've
Yeah.
kind of got that St James's Park loss out of their mind. Like it's like, oh, we smoked you in the Carabao Cup. Do you know what I mean? I kind of expect them to beat them at the Etihad.
Do you
as well.
think City they're turning, like they've put the ignition in, the key in for the ignition for
They're
the
trying-
for
they're
the
going
for
up a
the
gear.
for the steamroller that they've got, because we know what City can do.
So
We've seen City
I've
do
said
it
already,
in the past.
I think we're talking about, when we talk about Man City, we're talking about Man City team of 3 years ago with the Kevin De Bruyne's in it. Do you know what I mean? Players that generally know, we're talking about a prime Rodri that know what it's like to just click in and go. But the reality is I don't really see that with them now. However, they're going up a gear. And that's where I keep saying with Arsenal, the issue is with Arsenal is we've stayed in gear one for almost the whole season. What you're supposed to do is kind of be in gear one, gear two. Then you get to January, you say, right, gear 3, gear 4, gear 5 now.
Lock in.
That's when
Yeah.
you lock in and you get to your higher speeds and to your higher level and go on and win the league and go on a run. And we've not done that whatsoever. Whereas Man City right now are showing that actually, after that Liverpool win, right, we're willing to go up another gear and really put the pressure on. So I don't necessarily think it's a Man City of old, but of course they're going to challenge you when you've got another team that's basically not really being serious about being serious.
Yeah, I feel like the thing that it'll be really telling, I think, this weekend, see how Man City do against Newcastle, to see how much blood they smell in the water.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's the whole Sharks thing, right? The last, 5-6 years, it's always been, you know, the Man City Shark, they're going to come for you, blah, blah, blah. And I've seen some people on the Big Six, some people getting really, really... Was his name Big Steve, the
Yeah,
City
Big
fan?
Steve, big
He's gone early. He's gone for it with Man City. But I do think, there's a big kind of thing here about if Man City don't do well against Newcastle, then it'll be a case of the league will be won by whoever drops fewer points rather than who gets the most points.
That's the reality. Basically,
But I mean, compare that to a few seasons ago where it was Liverpool and City would go and win their last 14 games in a row. It's, you know, who blinks first, but now it's who blinks the least number of times.
Yeah.
I think that's more like in the because we know, or everyone knows, that in the past few seasons that you have to make up as many least slip ups as possible, because it's so tight, especially when it's coming to the last end of the season, and this is where teams start to fall away. But I think the other thing is that not just the teams at the top, but other teams in the league start to get their form, maybe because they haven't got pressure on them or because they're facing relegation or whatever. And certain teams, they start to click in from now till the end of the season. Now, I don't know, because for me, and as we was talking about last week, Kenya, that Newcastle did have had a poor season, but now they seemingly getting some kind of form and a turnaround. I would go, if you lot could keep this and lock it, because you might go, right, we're only going to get so far in Europe. We have to try and secure a European place. We have to, these are all things that teams in those positions are starting to look at. So going to Man City, I don't think they're not going to go there without a fight. And like you said, this isn't the Man City from 3 years ago with prime players, champion winning players and stuff like that. Some of these players are still learning that. And sometimes it's not just enough to have experience on your side to just pull you through. Do you see what I'm saying? So those Man City players will have to put in those performances and win those games. And if they do keep doing that, that's when they'll start to build that confidence. Do you know what? All we have to do is worry about ourselves and continue this to the end of the season. But I'm still hoping that Newcastle want to go there and get revenge.
You can hope that, but can you actually see it? Can you actually see a world where Newcastle nick points off City here?
I could, because you never know what's going to happen. Look how many times you would have predicted certain, even in just this season alone, that you would have predicted certain results and they haven't gone the way. We sat here saying that Liverpool. We sat here saying that Liverpool was going to move to Man City. We said that Liverpool was going to move to Man City and handle them. At
that's the
Anfield.
one where you said 12-0.
That's what I said. We all sat here and said they're going to move to them. It's going to be light work. And now we've shifted and gone, about Man City. They're actually kind of serious, you know. So,
but then in the same breath, like when Man City went on that 4 games of not winning, I thought they'd beat Brighton, but they didn't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so you don't really know what's going to happen. Football is it's a game with small margins, in it. Like, you generally don't know what's going to happen in a game, but you know you have to have a high probability of not losing games, essentially, to give yourself the 1-up.
I think for me, this game specifically, I can see I can't really see Newcastle nicking some points
neither
off
can
them,
I really.
But I also still, from just a football perspective, watching City this season, still don't trust them.
Yeah,
Like,
I think.
just don't trust
Do you know
them
what it
this
is,
season
right?
To get the job, they might get the job done.
Yeah.
Don't trust them to.
Do you know what it is? We're watching a
All about money.
We're watching a title race of two unreliable teams, and neither have really said, right, we're stamping our authority down. We're going to go on a perfect run and make the other team really sweat. Do you know what I mean? So even at times where, you know, we're 7 points clear, but we were dropping points where we could have actually been 9 points, even 11 points at times. Do you know what I mean? And that was when Man City went on a game of 4 games and didn't win. Do you know what I mean? We're seeing we've seen two teams that have just said they're not. It's almost like they're not really serious about it. And it's like you said. It's,
Do you want to win it?
Yeah,
No. Do you
it's
wanna win
almost
it?
like
No.
yeah,
Do you
you've
wanna
got
win
two. Do you want to win it? Do you want to? Do you want to
No,
take?
you're not involved. You're not
Do you want to
involved.
have it?
Get out of here.
Yeah, it's almost like you go to school and your parents have packed you this chocolate bar that nobody really, and you pass it around your mate saying, "Do you want it? Do you want it?" And no one's actually said, "Yeah, I want it." Do you know what I mean? So as you said, it's more of who's going to slip up the leash rather than who's going to win the most, which is. I think that kind of sums up what this title race is.
Yeah, I think we need to see that. Like, we don't see that hunger in the Arsenal players on the pitch.
Yeah, we don't.
Do you know, like, say for example, even if you know, when you just see it, when the way they press, the way they think, and you go, yeah, this
They're
man's
chasing a man
hungry.
down.
Yeah, this man's hungry right
Yeah.
now. I haven't seen that for a few games. Do you know what I'm saying? And even in their post-match interviews, like the other day, Bukayo Saka was just like, yeah, we just need to get back to basics and that, innit? Yeah, Roy Keane said that about 3 weeks ago. You need to get back to basics.
Yeah.
So can you hurry up and do that, please?
Exactly.
Go to Dubai, Salt Bay. I told you already. Or go have your little team meeting together. You know, everyone go down to Decker's
Word,
house,
go
let him
Hakkasan
cook
or
some
something.
rice and peas and whatever, and you lot sit
Word.
there and decide about what it is you need to do to win the league, bro. Like, and even just on Newcastle again, the reason as well that I believe that they might do well in this game is literally just because of that last cup performance. It was criminal the amount of chances that they were getting and not putting away. And I think if they actually put their chances away, they could beat them.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I think in the Carabao Cup, when they played Man City, Newcastle, like especially in that second leg, it's like, yo, they had so many chances,
in that
so
second
many sitters. But I think that just sums up Newcastle this season. They've been so unreliable. Like even when we played them, right? Like how many times have they dropped points when they've been winning? Like they were beating us. Literally in 10 minutes, we turned it around and beat them. They're beating Spurs. Let Romero score an overhead kick. Do you know what I mean? A lot of these games as well, we're at home.
Thinking they've dropped. They're one of the teams that have dropped the most points this season.
Yeah, I want to say so. I want to say what they're 10th in the table, maybe 12th in the table.
Yeah.
So like they actually need to, from a Newcastle perspective, they genuinely need to turn their season around because you know a lot of Newcastle fans speak about things like PSR and stuff like that. Not being funny, I don't really want to hear that because you actually spent a lot of money. Do you know what I mean? You went and got Alanga and Ramsey and you went and got Nick Voltemada and Wissa. Like, it wasn't like a season in previous seasons where you've been strapped for cash. You've actually spent quite a bit. I know you had to obviously lose Elliot Anderson, but you still had money to go and get other players. Go out there and actually win and show us why you're challenging for them European spots because they've been so disappointing in the league.
Yeah, Mehmetim4713, thank you for super chat by the way, says, as much as I want my team Spurs to win on Sunday, with the form and conversation about Arsenal, I can just see Dr. Tottenham coming up with the cure.
Like every time we play, I wouldn't even say every time we play Spurs it's Dr. Tottenham because we always most times smoke them. When was the last time Spurs beat us?
2021 under Conte.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a private
How many
doctor?
years?
We need NHS.
Yeah,
I'd
we're
like to
not
say
in-
thank you to the NHS.
We'd like to say thank you to the
Yeah?
NHS.
No.
Clap for the NHS.
Big up. But score predictions for the City Newcastle game.
Do you know what? I don't think Man City are going to win. Sorry, I don't think Newcastle's going to win, but I'm going to believe. 2-2.
I'm going to
Yeah.
say
Believe!
2-0
Newcastle.
City.
Say Newcastle.
I'm also going 2-2.
Believe. We're going to church on Sunday. It's Len. Everybody lock in. Ramadan, Lent, whatever you... Chinese New Year, everybody lock in them prayers, bro.
Oh, is Lent the Easter one?
Yeah.
Wait, I need to
We
go
gotta
buy some
fast.
Easter eggs and that.
We got to fast
Well,
first.
Lent's the one where you give up something for 40 days.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm giving up not eating Easter eggs. And I will be eating Easter eggs for 40 days.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I already said my score prediction, didn't I? Like, well, 2-0 Man City. Yeah, like
Yeah,
I
I'm going
said,
2-2. Yeah.
But also, before we continue, I also just want to say, in the comment section, there is a link for me to donate Because I'm running a marathon.
Oh, you're right. What marathon?
So if you want to donate, it's running for Cancer Research UK, by the way. Brighton Marathon. I'm trying to raise up. My target is to raise £1,000. So if you do want to donate, if you can donate, that'll be really grateful. Link is in the description in the second line. So go click any amount of money. It can be £1, it can be 50 quid.
Come on, people. Every little helps. Tesco settings.
Entire £1,000 if you want to. But if you do, please donate, and yeah, I really appreciate it. But there are obviously other games going on, and we'll move down to the third place. Talk about first, talk about second. We'll go to third. It's Aston Villa are hosting Leeds at 3 p.m.
Leeds.
Well, I can tell you now that because I hate Leeds, they're going to lose 14-0 to Aston Villa.
14-0.
Yeah.
Just 14. By the way, also as well, I'm aware we of the microphone issues. We're just trying to sort them out now, but obviously keep the show going as we can. Aston Villa, I've said so many times that I feel like Aston Villa, it's Unai Emery. I feel like it looks like I've got such an agenda against Emery at the moment. Maybe I do, and I just don't actually know it yet. But it was like, this is the kind of game that I can see Aston Villa just at some point. Like, I still don't think that they are going to be third by the end of the season. I think just the way they're going in the Europa League, obviously they had the Europa League, they'll want to win that. Europa League, I think, may be their best option for Champions League possibly at this point, because United 1 game a week, Chelsea looking better under Rosinia, Liverpool as well are going to be pick up some form. But this is the kind of game where I can see Aston Villa dropping points.
Where is it? At Leeds?
It's at Aston Villa.
On Aston Villa, man. Leeds, go on, man. I like Leeds, actually.
What, you like Leeds? The disgrace is the Tottenham of the North. Rubbish.
I don't really mind Leeds as a club because they're good. I know obviously you're a United fan, but they're a big historic club. They've got a good support. And actually at the moment, one thing I respect about them, they're actually fighting for their lives. They kind of, they had...
That's what they always do.
You know what I find Leeds have had so many good results recently and they're still fighting for their lives. I don't get it.
No, but do you know what it is? A lot of those good results have been draws. So unfortunately for them, when they beat Chelsea, they ended up drawing to Liverpool. They
drew to us as well.
They ended up drawing with you. Maybe in those games, although they showed so much fight and intensity, they probably should have actually won those games, especially against you guys, because I thought that game was very low quality. Against Liverpool, to be fair, they were 2-0 down. They turned it around. So they're actually putting in a shift to really cement themselves and say, right, we want to stay in the Prem. And to be honest, I actually hope they do stay in the Prem. I think Aston Villa, just not Unai Emery's comments. We need to remember, at one point there was literally 1 point between us and Man City and 2 points, and Aston Villa were 2 points behind us. People forget about that.
Yeah,
literally, and then Aston Villa.
This is what I mean by saying I don't trust their bottle.
They came to the
Emery specifically.
They came to the Emirates after beating us 3 weeks before, and we smoked them, and then after that. They literally had so many opportunities, and Unai Emery's just been like, "Oh, we're not good enough at all. We don't have a good enough squad." And I'm like, "Bro, you have so many great midfielders. You actually have so many great options. I really don't get this." He's like, "Oh, we have no one." I'm like, "You've got Harvey Elliott that you don't even want to use, the poor kid."
They do. But
you didn't even want to send him back.
It's the half cheat excuse because you basically know that you're not gonna make it to the top of the mountain, so you have to throw in all these little things. But I'm telling you, like I said. Emery's going to do the thing where he's basically going to concentrate on Europe and just try to finish as high up in the league as he possibly can. Whether that's third or whether that's fifth, I don't think he will bother if he's getting
I watched these guys. I watched these guys need to win against 15th on the final day of last season and lose 2-0 to a team that had just been battered in the Europa League final. I watched that happen in front of my eyes. I will admit that they should have had a goal because Bayern did not have control of that ball. But regardless,
but then Emi Martinez gets himself sent off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about.
Yeah, look at them when they played in the cup. Look at what the hell was Marco Bizzo doing?
Yeah,
Man was obviously watching the Olympics because he came literally running out as if he was skiing and just clattered Jacob Ramsey or whoever it was.
Just because it was funny.
Yeah, exactly. Just completely took him out. I think in those moments you see why they probably were so far away from the league, although at one point they were literally 2 points behind us. Yeah. Literally 2 points behind us. It's crazy.
I can see this being a 2-2 draw. I'm predicting another 2-2 here. I can see it being a 2-2 draw here.
I'm saying
like a Calvert-Lewin brace, Morgan Rogers brace kind of thing, going band for band for the England places.
Saying 2-1 Villa.
And after they tried to rob Newcastle, now I'm back in Leeds, man.
2-1 Villa.
Someone just said in the chat, I can't believe how poor Man United were when they lost the final to Spurs. Yeah, man, I'm still reeling.
Yeah.
I'm still reeling. I'm still reeling.
I'm still reeling.
This day.
I'm still reeling. I hate Spurs.
guys
I hate Man United. I hate both of them.
Look, we let football lose that day,
Yeah,
in my humble
we did.
opinion. In my personal opinion.
And for that alone,
I love that. I love that you said that.
we
you
let
should have been
football
relegated.
lose that day.
They shouldn't have even let you guys come back to the UK after what you did.
No. Honestly, you should have had the passports banned.
Exactly.
48 hours.
Exactly.
48 hours lockdown.
48, that wouldn't be long enough. Get rid of your ugly
we still had to play Villa like 3 days. We don't want them back at Old Trafford.
No. You guys are a disgrace. And you guys went back. Don't worry.
Look,
God will deal with
you
guys.
say that. I had to live there. I had to live in the pain of that.
Not my problem.
Live in the pain. I was there as an Arsenal fan in the stadium. Yeah, I took videos of a guy standing next to me going, look at this Tottenham fan cheering. He's not going to be laughing for much longer. He's going to be crying, fam. No. What? I couldn't believe it.
It was a bad day. It was a bad day. But then also, I may as well then, we've talked about the top three, go down to fourth. Manchester United going away to Everton. First time the men's team.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
That reverse fixture was one of my greatest hate watches of the season. I
that
loved
was
it.
horrible.
Idrissa Gage, he just started slapping his own. Who did he slap? Michael Keane. He just slapped him in the face, got
And
sent
then
off.
Seamus
That was
Coleman
crazy.
That was crazy.
crazy.
Then Seamus Coleman went off injured.
Seamus Coleman comes off injured.
Yeah.
Yeah. He literally within about 20 minutes, he's like, mate, my legs are gone. Can't play
goes
anymore.
off.
And I was like, yo. And who scored? Kieran
Dewsbury Hall. Scored
my
banger.
G that
Scored an absolute banger. Oh, it was.
And I was like, yeah, but let's just enjoy this whilst it lasts.
With like 25 minutes to go, 1-0 up, they got 10 men behind the ball. Ruben Amorim goes, you know what I'm going to do?
Yeah, Lenny Yoro.
And then he goes, come here, Manu. So he looked at
Kobe and said,
No, because that's what it was he put Lenny on and then went, Lenny, stand on the edge of the area and distribute.
Bro.
19-year-old Lenny Yoro, who wasn't in good form.
He said, Lenny Yoro, can you hug the touchline?
Oh,
that game was amazing.
I hate that.
That was like 8 o'clock at night. I remember watching that at home.
Yeah,
it was on a Monday night.
8:50. It was like an 8:15 kickoff or something like that.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
But I do think going to be Everton though.
I think we'll be fine this time round.
Yeah, Everton at home are not good. Like they've not been good.
Well,
at
so
home
this is
all.
what I was reading. Like Chris Sutton does his like Premier League predictions every single week. He basically mentioned that he was like, look, Everton, the crowd are going to be up. Obviously, it's the first time United's men's team have gone to because our women's team beat Everton at the Hill Dickinson Stadium for like 4-1 earlier on this season. They slapped them up. But I think our under-18s actually went there and won as well. But basically, it's the first time our men's team have been there. And it'll be interesting. It's the first time, new stadium, everything. But they don't have Jack Grealish. O'Brien is also suspended. They've got everyone else fit available.
Oh,
he
was
got sent off in the last game, So,
Mikalenko.
I do think we'll be all right in this game, but also it's a game where like I need to see you lot change and react after the West Ham draw. Like I know I'm kind of picking cherries here. I'm like, oh, well, we got 13 out of 15 points instead of 15 out of 15 points last 5 games. But still, because of the 13 points, we've put ourselves in such a beautiful position now. The rest of the season where I think we can get top 4. As I've been saying, I'm not confident we can, but we really can get third again. When you take into context what we've been talking about with Aston Villa, we can get third.
Well, I mean, if you look at last season,
and this is the kind of game that you need 3 points in.
Remember, at one point, Forest at one point was like so far away in third. It was like, oh, it's just a battle for 4th and 5th, and then literally in the last couple of weeks, let it slip. Ended up finishing 5th or 6th.
Yeah.
So you never know what can happen, and I think Aston Villa have shown already they're not consistent. They're not gonna win every week or almost not lose every week. Let's just say that. So I think a Man United, a Liverpool, a Chelsea should be looking at that like, yo, man, there's a real chance to actually get in that top 5. And I think a positive for you is that obviously all those other teams are in Europe. All those other teams are in the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup or whatever. So they're having to play, twice a week, whereas you've literally not played in about 20 days.
That's the main thing.
Exactly.
That's the main thing.
13 days.
I feel like you lot could possibly go unbeaten to the end of the season. Not win every game, but
we've got 12,
lose.
We've got 12 games left this season. If we were to end up, let's say we win 8 of those, draw 2, lose 2, I'm like, that's amazing. That's fantastic, and that's kind of what I expect and really want.
And I think that will be one to show the turnaround.
We still got Chelsea away, which we basically we always got 92nd minute equalisers.
It's going to be a draw.
Casemiro,
2-2.
Maguire header kind of thing. That's what we do every single time we go play them there. What other big team have we still got? Liverpool at home as well.
I'll take
Old
Man
Trafford.
United win. That'd be jokes.
I know.
HGT.
I feel
double over them. in the
HGT
first,
I feel like that's a game that you could win, especially because you won because you won at Anfield. Yeah.
You guys beating them. All my days, bring me FJ.
Hilarious,
FJ,
yeah.
knocking them out.
Because
of that top
by the way,
mate.
by the way, it almost will certainly end up being a 4:30 kickoff on a Sunday.
We will be there.
And then Monday live at 5.
When is
if
that?
I've got FSJS sat right there, yeah, and I get to rip into him after he told me that he would take two
if
players.
he's on, bring me on.
Yeah.
That guy runs his mouth so much.
I love FJ.
Yeah? Bring me his head.
Bring me
yeah?
FJ.
Man United, bring me his head.
Oh yeah, look,
yeah?
if we were to, if we were to win that game,
I proper feel like just because you already beat them at Anfield, you've got the turnaround, the fans are behind you, the fans are behind the manager. Do you know what I'm saying? Your team has structure. Do you know what I'm saying? Your team has structure right now, and I think that's the main thing. Like Man United has been missing this whole time. It's just steady the ship.
Yeah.
Like it's literally get the basics
what I
right
mean?
and do the simple things.
It was never that hard.
It was never that hard.
It was never that hard.
Play to the strengths of the players. But make sure that you're not playing to the weaknesses. Stop putting square pegs in round holes.
Exactly.
Keep it simple, and the players are able. Look at Kobe Mainu. Look at
Oh
Kobe
my.
Mainu.
Everything,
By the way,
Josh, everything you've been saying,
vindication.
I've literally been telling Dylan this for
The world
over
has
a
been
year.
saying it, man.
I know, and I'd hear KG, no, believe in Amarim. It's okay. We need to suffer. We need to suffer, guys. What is that? That's absolute rubbish. You actually have good players, but you're trying to put, for example, Dorgu, who when you signed him, the guy was playing as a winger,
Right wing.
and now you're playing him as a wing back. Let's be serious. Go and play him in his best position. Now all of a sudden he's scoring goals. He's
No,
looking good.
I completely
Now all of
agree.
a sudden he can cross the ball properly. I wonder why. On my days, maybe if we actually play Bruno in his best position, maybe we'll score some more goals. Maybe Sesko and Mbeumo and Cunha can get more involved and they'll look better. Who would have thought?
By the way, so the production just asked, when is Ballon d'Orgu back? It's about 6 or 7 weeks away, about end of April.
Wait, what
actually
actually happened?
Hammy. It was against
Like,
you.
pulled it?
Yeah, but 10-week
Damn,
hammy
that must
injury.
have been a bad.
Yeah, it was like 20 minutes after he scored that goal against you. Literally, Dorgu had like 110 minutes of world-class football, and then his hamstring went.
Sounds like
It's so annoying.
Maybe put too much in that. You should have distributed it across the season, mate, instead of all into 2 games. You know what I'm saying?
I'll take it in those 2 games, man.
Would you take it for the 2 games, or would you have Ballon d'Or for the whole season? A bit of Ballon d'Or.
But you do realise who came in and replaced him in the starting 11, right? Well, it's Mateus Cunha. It's not that bad.
You say that Cunha hasn't been pulling up roses for me, fam. Do you not think he hasn't been performing to the best
he's
of?
going on.
The
United
first.
fans, he's going under the radar, fam.
Do you know what I'm saying? In the
okay,
first couple of games, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, even when you played against us, yeah, and you were just like,
Oh yeah, no, he was doing you up.
yeah. So I'm like, oh yeah, right. But then in other games, it's like
where he's turned up though.
But for me, what Mateus Cunha is he's not going to give you the 7 out of 10 every single game, right? Other players. So we got players in our team, right? Because it's just it's the player here. So what I was going to say was sometimes it's just how Cunha is. Sometimes, like against West Ham, I forgot he was playing until he got subbed. Genuinely, he was terrible. But then other games, he will then give you 10 out of 10s. Like Liverpool away, for example, he didn't score or assist that game, but he won us that game.
Yeah, in that game, he was.
So that's the kind of player that Cunha is, and sometimes you just have to accept that. Lisandro Martinez, right? Sometimes I'm gonna have to accept that once in a while he is gonna have an absolute howler, because then in the other 9 games
every player,
he will be. Yeah, no, but we have other players like Mbeumo, like Bruno Fernandes, like Kobe Mainu, like Casemiro.
Boom's has been no.
Huh?
Yeah.
Mbeumo's been no.
No, but Mbeumo will always give you something. He scored like 3 goals under Carrick, right? So he's like
There's only been a few games where I'd say he's not had a good game.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what I mean.
Whereas I guess you could say with Cunha is like it's actually quite a mixed bag.
But like for me, you need to have both. I do wish Cunha was more consistent because when he's good, he is completely unstoppable. And when he's on his game, he's stupidly good.
But I think Carrick
does have bad games.
I think it's a good job. Carrick's done a good job in evaluating whether in certain places, like right now's the time to play him. Now's not the time to play him, or he's good in this.
Yeah, exactly.
He's good in this instance. So I feel like since Carrick's been there, even though he hasn't performed like to the top level that some people may have wanted, I feel just like that Carrick's able to put players in when they're needed. So say for example, if Amrin was still here and he was still playing Cunha, I think he would look worse. Then
I agree.
you know
for me, Cunha is one of those players where I'm happy to accept the fact that sometimes he's not going to have a great game, because on the flip side, he will then give you incredible games. Like coming on against Man City, and I know his second one got ruled out for offside when Mount scored, but he come on and he created 2 goals.
That was actually a goal, by the way.
But yeah, actually, which was upset. He created 2 goals against City, and then he comes on and he scores a banging winning goal to be the only team to beat you lot at the Emirates this season. Like, I'm happy for Cunha to have those kind of games, because then otherwise, normally on another occasion, let's say against West Ham. Against West Ham, all of our players were terrible. But for the most part, I'd be hoping that if Cunha has a bad game, it's fine. He comes off, Šeško comes on instead after 60 minutes. But then hopefully Mbeumo has a better game, Bruno has a better game, when Dorgu comes back, he can have a better game. That's how I see it.
Yeah. It's that thing you don't want. If someone's having a bad game, you want it to be that one player. You don't want everyone to be having a bad game.
And Cunha will have those bad games. There are times where I'm going to be like, don't start Cunha. Like I'm thinking at the moment, maybe don't start Cunha away against Everton. Maybe bring him off the bench, because I want Šeško to start, for example. So you get Ahmad on the right and Mbeumo on the left, Šeško up top, Bruno as the number 8. And then what you can do is bring Cunha off the bench. So if it is 1-1 or 1-0 or something, and you need a bit of magic, you need a goal, bring on Cunha 70th minute, like we did against City, like we did against Arsenal, and he'll probably score an amazing goal, because that's just how he is. But for this game, I want Šeško starting. I do want to see it.
Yeah, he scored a banger, to be fair.
He scored a banger against his goal against West Ham was incredible, but and also so was his goal against Fulham as well.
Yeah, that was true.
And also, like previously before that, the last start he had in the league was when he scored twice against Burnley, and he looked great. He scored 2 really nice goals, and he also scored. I know we lost to Brighton in the FA Cup, but he scored when it was 2-0. He made it 2-1.
Yeah.
Before the Shea Lacey's red card, we had momentum. We probably could have gone and scored an equaliser. So I'd like to see him start. And the other thing I'd like to see start is Nusayr Mazraoui at right back, just to see what happens. Because Dallow's been hit and miss. He had some good games, both against West Ham. Or against City, but against West Ham, he didn't have the best game in the world. Dallow did, so I wouldn't mind seeing Maz start just to see how it would go. But apart from that, one of the super chats here, Raphael Hudson said people don't realize how irreplaceable Casemiro is, which is spot on.
Yeah, but isn't that also one of your biggest issues?
In what way?
In the sense that
we're relying so much on a 33-year-old.
Yeah, no offense, no one's hating on Casemiro, but you guys should have looked at it and been like, I think that's even more of a reason why your summer's so important, why you need to go and get Elliot Anderson, or why you need to go and get Adam Wharton, because you can't be going into another season
Elliot
saying...
Anderson specifically, by the way, for me. Specifically Elliot, or Tonali, if that's possible as well, is another good option.
I just think...
I reckon he's probably going to go to Italy.
Huh? Ben Jacobs said that the most likely destination is Tonali goes back to Italy, apparently. But for me, really specifically, and you can see my tweets, I've been saying it for 2.5 years now, Elliot Anderson is baby Casemiro. He is baby Casemiro.
He is really, really
good. The way
man.
he plays, his risky passes, but also really fantastic sweeping up, defending,
he's grown
and collected.
so much as a player.
Oh, he's so good.
Yeah, he's
but
grown.
Unfortunately, I remember saying yesterday when I was on with Alex, I think he's going to City.
He's gonna be 100
Annoyingly,
mil
I think
to 120 genuinely, because I think so many teams need a 6. You look at out in the market right now, there's not many very good 6s out there. They're actually like gold dust. So I think for whoever gets Elliot Anderson, I think what you guys need to do, right, is one thing I can say that Arsenal's done well is that when we've wanted a player, we've spent almost a year courting them and trying to get them. We literally spent a year flirting with Declan Rice, saying, we want you, you're coming. We're going to make you the number 1 guy. So that's literally probably the only reason we've got him over Man City, because Man City bid 100 mil as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Calafiori, Man City wanted him, Liverpool wanted him as well, Juventus wanted him. Literally, he talks about how Mikel Arteta called him up bare times, love you, mate. He was saying Mikel Arteta was chatting to him in Italian, mate. That's what you guys need to be doing with Elliot Anderson. You need to be calling him up and saying, we're giving you this shirt number, and you're gonna, you Kobe and so and so.
I think what United need to do is they need to have their project plan of what exactly is they're doing. They're pitching to these players.
I think we
will.
Because
I think that you wouldn't have been coming together with it now.
We need a pitch to go talk to Bruno.
Yeah, exactly.
Bruno Fernandes is gonna be looking at going, okay, guys, what are we doing next season? Honestly, I think next season, we need to get Champions League, spend big in the summer, and then just turn to Bruno Fernandes and go.
Mate.
Huh?
What about Cole Palmer?
I love Cole Palmer.
What if they turn around and say, "Hey, Bruno, we'll sell you"?
Then
they kind of said that already.
Well, I know we'll go, but I'm saying, say for example, after this season, Bruno Fernandes, best midfielder in the world, he's the best in the league. Da, 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 da. Are you lot happy to see him go and get the money?
No, I'll be
and
devastated,
spend on the players that you need?
The money,
he's irreplaceable.
But we put a flipping release clause in his contract, man.
How much is
52 million or 56 million?
That's cheap.
For non-English teams.
So
There
what's
is
it for English teams?
Huh?
Just asking.
There isn't one for English teams.
Oh.
English teams.
I don't
can-
think he would go to an English team anyway.
No,
so
he wouldn't. But the thing is, yeah, with Bruno is what I need us to do is spend 250, 300 million pounds in the summer. So we've got that Champions League stimmy and stuff. Like, but because we're getting cash in the summer from like our Hoyland deal, the Anthony deal, Marcus Rashford and stuff. There's like basically a guaranteed 80 million ish coming to the club in the summer through the whatever the.
So you can buy one player.
Or whatever they are.
So you can buy one player.
No, but if we get Champions League,
Yeah.
which I think we will, then we'll have money. We need to put money on the table, turn to Bruno Fernandes, and no matter if we're lying through our teeth or not, we need to go. We want that league title this season. That's the only way he will stay. If we say to him, we're buying 5 players, we're buying you Elliot Anderson, we're buying you a new striker, new left wing, new centre back, new left back, and we're going for this league title, then he'll stay.
Manager's also an important thing in that as well, because you could go and do all those things, but if you go and get another average manager, Bruno
Which I don't think
Bruno
we'll
could
do,
look
by
at
the
that. Who, to be honest, I think Bruno would definitely want to
I'll
stay
make
at
him
United.
manager, man.
Yeah,
I just want him to stay.
I think he would definitely want to stay at United, but let's
I
say
reckon
he
he might
sees all
stay
that.
if we kept Carrick. Because
I think so as well.
Him and Carrick are like this.
I think so as well.
Because
And I think you
Carrick
should
was here
just.
when we signed.
I think you
Bruno.
should just keep Michael Carrick. I think if you
It's
don't.
becoming more and more the most sensible option.
I just think trying to get somebody else like Michael Carrick's connected to your club. Look what he's done already. Do you know what I mean? He's a proven winner with Man United. He's a legend. Like the players already love him. You can already see that all of those players straight away they're willing to fight for their manager, fight for the badge. It makes no. And then as well, you can build a project with one of your own, which makes it even more attractive.
I
So
think
might
that
as
works,
well.
but I still think it's still too early to say. You've got to
it's
wait
too
till
early.
closer to
Because
the
if you
end.
don't get him, who are you going to go get? Gareth Southgate?
But well, this is the thing: is that a few weeks
Zerbi?
ago, I'd have said like I'd want someone like. Well, I mean, Nagelsmann is still my top choice.
Yeah.
But then we'll see what happens in the summer with Germany and everything. But quickly score predictions. I'm saying 3-1 United.
Oh, Everton.
Yeah, I thought we kind of derailed there.
Yeah, let's go. I'm going to go 2-0 United.
I'm going 2-1 United.
3 points to 3 points. I'll take it no matter what happens. Carl B4897 says Arteta out. Thank you for the super chat. But also, before we get on to the other games, wrap through the predictions, I also want to do a quick Rocket Ranked because obviously we're sponsored by Rocket Mobile. Link in the description for the amazing deal, £60 a month, unlimited calls, text data, and 20 gigs to use in the EU. I feel like I can say that so fast now because I've said it so many times. But what I want, just on the topic of like Elliot Anderson stuff, who are 3 players in the Prem that you are going to be investing stocks in this summer? Like top 3 players.
Iliman Ndiaye. Bring. Love him.
Good shout.
Such a great player.
Big shout.
Tricky winger. Great. Just all around game. Very good. Can play left or right. I'd definitely put him in there. In what stocks in terms of I'd want my club to explore it,
or just like players you think are gonna bang next season. Like whose stocks are going through the roof next season, or like this summer?
I'm gonna go. Is it João Gomez from Wolves?
Portuguese Brazilian midfielder.
Yeah, I'm gonna go him because I think he's also a good option. And I think a lot of teams need a midfielder or an extra midfielder. He'd be very good depth. And I'll go Jared Bowen because if West Ham go down, we're talking about someone who's a very reliable winger, plays for England, has won, given West Ham probably their best day in God knows however long or ever. He's captain of West Ham and as well can play striker, can play down the middle. I think a lot of top clubs could deal, especially a team like Liverpool, I think could do with someone like a Jared Bowen if we're being honest, especially if you're saying Mo Salah's gonna leave potentially in the summer. So I'd probably say them 3. I can't think of anybody else.
No, that's fair enough. Josh, you got anyone?
I think
Harry Wilson as well.
I'm putting Cole Palmer as a resurgence next season.
Stocks are gonna re-rise.
I think next season
he's a good World Cup.
I think that's what's gonna happen. Do you know what? It could change. It could change.
Krupi is a very, very good. So production has said Krupi from Bournemouth. That's a really good shout. Because I was going to go. This is a bit.
Senesi, maybe?
This is a bit of a rogue one.
Free?
He's leaving on a free, but I think he's linked with Juventus at the moment.
Okay.
But it's a slightly rogue shout. But I was going to go Ismail Assar from Palace.
Oh, I love. You know,
I
actually love
what
him.
a player.
He's sick.
What
he's
a
such
player.
A baller.
Because
I've been saying for time,
new manager as well.
I've been saying for time. Everyone says Mateta's their best. It's
I
not.
think he's
Ismail
going to
Assar
get
is
snapped up.
Ismail Assar by far is Palace's best player.
I think he's
like,
getting
not even
snatched
joking.
up. In
He's
the
so good.
Yeah, because
He's
the
so
thing
good.
the thing with Palace, and this is a thing that always happens at Palace, is that they always have these young, fast, gifted players that are just like we've seen the likes of Zaha and you know,
Elise. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I'm saying? Eze, we've seen these guys all come from, and then they get a thing where they get stuck at Palace.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I think
with Zaha, it's because he signed back-to-back 5-year deals.
I know.
About it,
but whatever, I don't know what Palace are like. They got like some magic spiderweb thing. I don't know what it is. But I reckon he'll, especially after this season hasn't kind of gone the way that they've won. Yeah. I feel like other teams will be looking and going, "Hey, we can get in there now."
Yeah,
like the whole manager and everything's
Champions League level winner right there. Champions League level winner.
I mean, won the AFCON recently.
Yeah.
Won the FA Cup. Won the Community Shield.
He's like 26 or 27 years old, man. Like, I mean, this is a player
from Watford, by the way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, I remember
Watford.
We were linked with him for about 40 million in about 2019, 2020.
Like,
he's been around for time.
Yeah. So yeah,
he's got that championship experience. I think. Yeah. So I'm gonna go Ismaila Sarr.
I'm gonna think.
Another one I'm gonna go with is this is it might be a bit of a weird one, but assuming that Chelsea continue being good, João Pedro. I think he could have quite a good season if Cole Palmer's hitting well, and then he plays alongside João Pedro.
He's going to go World Cup as well.
Pedro, I think he could be. I think he could be someone who because at the moment, like he's doing well at the moment. Yeah, who else have you got?
Lucas Bergvall from Spurs. I think he's actually a very good midfielder. I said to AGT that he's such a Liverpool-esque player. That's a player that.
So is Wharton.
Even his name sounds like he should play for Liverpool.
He's a player that you could actually see him playing.
2017 Liverpool kind of thing.
Yeah.
He's a player that you'd expect Liverpool. He's a player that you expect Liverpool to have bought for like 17 million and come from some obscure place.
And then send him on 2 loans and then he comes back.
He's just so Liverpool to me.
I hear it.
He's a good player. I can't lie.
Fair enough. Right. In the last 5 minutes, so by the way, we've got some predictions to get through as well. So, Brentford versus Brighton is another one of 3 p.m. kickoffs.
Brentford 3-1.
Brentford
Brighton are dead.
Storming, bro.
Brighton haven't. When was the last time Brighton won? Against you lot.
I think
that's the last time that they won.
Yeah.
Against you lot
in the league, it was longer than that.
2-0 Brentford.
Hurtsler's in a bit of trouble, man. The 32-year-old Hurtsler.
Good. I hate Hurtsler.
2-0 Brentford. I'll go with here.
I'm going 3-1.
Chelsea against Burnley at Stamford Bridge.
Chelsea 2-0.
3-0.
Make it exciting. 3-2 Chelsea.
Where are Burnley getting 2 goals from?
Mate, didn't they win the other day?
I have no idea, man. Unfortunately,
don't care. Losing 2-0.
3-1. I'm gonna go. I thought I just said where Burnley's scoring from. You know what? 3-1 because Chelsea's defense is still meh.
I'm gonna go 3-2.
West Ham, Bournemouth.
Oh.
At West Ham, by the way.
I think West Ham.
We have no beef, but West Ham, I want them to win because if we win and if West Ham win, they're gonna be like, got 2 points.
I'm not gonna lie, I've got beef with West Ham.
I got too much beef
after
with
the
West
last
Ham.
couple. See, when we drew 3-3 with them, when Bukayo Saka missed that
2-2.
penalty, or 2-2, sorry, when Bukayo missed that penalty, I've hated them.
However,
I've been popping them bubbles.
That's been dispelled after we smoked them 6-0.
I'm forever popping bubbles.
That was dispelled after we smoked them 6-0. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was such a great day.
I'm going West Ham 2-1 here.
Yeah.
Even though, you know, I want
West Ham
I want West Ham to go down so we can sign Tez Fernandez. But I think 2-1 West Ham. We've then also got Crystal Palace against Wolves. Palace, by the way, 1 win in 15.
Believe.
1 winning with 15.
Wolves will be believing. I'm saying 2-1.
Wolves will be believing like never before.
I'm going to say 1-1.
I'm saying 2-1
Wolves.
Yeah, I'm going to say 1-1.
This could very much be the death of Oliver Glasner, by the way, because apparently they're emergency meetings today.
Yeah.
Well, but he's already going. As I was
he's
saying,
already going, but they're trying to see if they can do it early.
It's a toxic relationship where when you're watching your best mate in a toxic relationship, you're like, you may as well just end it.
I feel sorry for him, you know.
Glasner.
Yeah.
He's been.
The club have just completely shagged him. And now Palace look where they are.
And they went, you know what, we're gonna spend 85 million on Brennan Johnson,
who's been dead, and Strand Larson, who's okay.
Don't forget, he scored an accident goal in the European final. That wasn't a goal that he scored a goal in.
Exactly.
But I'm gonna go. You know what? I actually can see Wolves winning this. By the way, 2-1 Wolves.
I'm saying 2-1 Wolves as well.
I know I just picked up Ismaila Sarr, but 2-1 Wolves. That could be hilarious. Nottingham Forest against Liverpool.
Be careful as well. Forest.
Who, by the way, Vitor Pereira 3-0 win last night.
Murillo 1-0 winner. Bang.
Oh, Forest beat Liverpool 3-0 at Anfield, by the way.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, earlier on this season.
Forest.
That's a crazy game. I think we don't talk about that enough, by the way.
Oh yeah, Vitor Pereira's first game. You're right.
They won 3-0 on yesterday. His actual first game, his first Prem game.
Oh my days, no. Let me put that scoreline up. Let's make it.
And do you remember Vitor Pereira started at Wolves?
Yeah.
Before he ended up.
Let's make it 2-1 to Forest.
Oh, look. If it's 2-1 Forest
at the City Ground in the Trent end,
Everton, and we end up 8 clear of Liverpool
in the Trent end.
Madness. I'm going to go 2-0 Liverpool, though, here.
Nah, I went 2-1 Forest.
Sunderland versus... Oh, what's your score prediction? Not Forest.
I'm going to go 2-0 Liverpool.
And then finally, we have Sunderland versus Fulham at the Stadium of Light.
I'm going Sunderland.
3-1 Sunderland.
I'm going 3-2 Sunderland.
I'm going 2-1 Sunderland.
There you go. So Sunderland win. Look, it could be a very season-defining weekend of football we've got lining up, because obviously you've got North London derby and everything, and also there's so much content to come on DR Sports. We've got a Saturday football show tomorrow. We've also got a watch-along, don't we, for the North London derby. You got the watch-along. I think Alex is hosting, I believe, as well. Yeah. And then
got the next episode of the Crystal Maze.
Yes, an episode of Crystal Maze.
Next episode coming soon at some point.
Some point soon.
I've got to go home and finish editing it. Yeah.
And then it will come out. Then we got FCM, and then weekend roundup, obviously the aftermath of the weekend's action, plus live at 5 on Monday. I'll be back here to preview the United-Everton game, which happens on Monday evening, plus talk about the weekend's action and any of the latest news. So do stay tuned for 5 p.m. on Monday. I'll see you guys soon. Have a good weekend. Cheers.
Let's go.
What do you do with yours? I do unlimited football content.
Well, I do unlimited bragging.
Well, I do unlimited swiping right.
Well, I do unlimited doom scrolling.
Well, I do unlimited sliding into the DMs.
Well, I do watching TikTok on the bus without headphones unlimited.
Oh, God.
Welcome along, weekend roundup. Oh my days. We're in for a great show today, guys. Well, what about the North London derby?
I'm not getting rattled.
We're 3 points off top 4, so it's not looking too bad.
Yeah. Foden 88, Saka 87. I think that's wrong.
Nice that you put your top on. You want to take it off and get the branding out? Happy birthday!
Make a wish to win the league.
I did.
How much chance do Arsenal have of winning the Champions League?
0, mate.
If we got through PSV, do you think there's any chance?
No.
Hang on, let me finish.
Predictions:
2-1 Tottenham.
3-1 Liverpool.
2-0 Wolves. Chelsea to beat Man United at Old Trafford.
You're
in trouble if we win this game. You better not lose on Saturday.
We beat the world champions this weekend.
That makes you world champion.
We're the world champions, but you're not in a title.
This is why you'll never win the league.
6 million down the drain.
Robbie celebrating a 1-0 win. Abby Pilates instead of trophies. You'll never walk alone.
Catch us every Monday for the weekend roundup.